import data into our system and then append it to a table using a query. So on the external data tab, let's click on Excel. Let's import the data first. So let's go to additional students, which is an Excel sheet. We can take a quick preview of the data here. Let's open it, click on OK. And then obviously the first row contains column headers. This is a date field. I think the rest is okay. I don't want any primary key at this time. And I'm going to call it additional students. So now the table has come into our table list. Now we go to our create query, and we want to append the additional students. So we choose our additional students table, but instead of a select query, we are going to go to the append, and the append dialog box will ask us which table we want to append this data to, and we're going to choose student primary. And remember, the student primary had only 14 students. So let's click on OK. The append has begun. So student first name, last name, date of birth, province, hometown, course, and gender. We want to append all these. And if Access sees the same column name in the table we want to append this data to, it automatically link the two. Student first name, we want to append it to our first name within the student primary table, first name. If we look at the datasheet view, we see that we're only appending 5 rows of data. And because I see empty rows of data here, that means there are some null values that it's picking from Excel, the Excel sheet we imported. So we can quickly add the criteria and say not now. It's not now. It's not now means if it's not empty, then displayed. So if we go back to datasheet view, we only have the exact data we want and not the null values we saw at the bottom. Because it's an append query, we can save it, of course, but I don't usually save my append queries. So I can run this query, and it's telling me that it's going to append 5 rows to a different table. And I'm going to click yes here, and it has already taken place. Let me close my query. I don't want to save it. If I go to the student primary table, I'll notice that the new data has appeared here, and now we have 19 records instead of 14. The good thing about this is that it updates everywhere. So if I were to open my query female Eastern Province query, instead of having 2 results, now I have 3 results because an extra person has come in who's also a female in the Eastern Province. So this is what an append query does. Another way we could have appended this query was when we had gone to we could have gone to external data, Excel sheet, and appended straight up from the bat into our student primary table, the table that we go and browse for, which is additional students. And it would have appended itself automatically to student primary. So that's how to do it using the wizard, the external data wizard, and we did it using the query method.